What's up, guys? True here with another video. So today I just got home right now, but I actually got a notification from eBay and they actually said that they dropped off my package, which are the set of coilovers. Now I actually bought these coilovers because I actually wanted to do a review on them, on whether or not you guys, if you guys are on a tight budget, you guys can hop on them, or just save enough money to get some actual good coilovers. So that's pretty much the reason why I got them, was because I wanted to give a good review on them, because I've been seeing YouTube videos and they're all mixed reviews. Like, they're like, yeah, some are good, some are bad. So I'm gonna give you guys the legit review on these coilovers. So right now I'm actually gonna move my car into the backyard, and then after I'm gonna jack up the car, then I can show you guys the package, how the coilovers came in. Oh, and another thing, my header bolts broke. I have no idea how, but they broke. That's why it's super loud. Sweet, so the car is in the backyard. I'm just gonna jack it up, put it on jack stands, and then I can show you guys the package of the coilovers. Word swag. Alright, so coilovers came in, and see what we get inside the box. Looks pretty legit, but we actually got this is our rear coilover right here. And these are, I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen. Let me adjust that for you guys. These are the max speeding rod coilovers. They were $200 shipped to my house. We're gonna slap these on, and these are adjustable camber. You can adjust the camber on these set of coilovers. What also comes in the box are their brochure, max speeding rods, and they also tell you, details about the coilovers and stuff. And these are the front. So these are the front coilovers, which is cool because you have a locking color here, so you can adjust the height, and you have your preload, and of course your adjustable camber plate. Now, I've been reading on forums that you need to grease these ball joints before you install them because they make a clunking sound. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the plate and put some high temp grease on them. That way we won't have any clunking, and that way it's easier to move around and adjust. Alright, so first things up, we're gonna take off the tire. Have my impact gun or electric gun. Wheel pops up. Alright, so the top bolt and the bottom bolt they're held on with a 17 millimeter bolt and nut. So you just had to grab one side of 17. If you have an impact, it'll be easier, or with the torque wrench or whatever wrench, you'll be able to get it off, and now it spins freely. Okay, so the top ones are now held on with a 14 millimeter bolt, so all you gotta do is just take them out. Alright, so like I mentioned, there was problems with these coilovers clunking, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grease them up. So we're gonna grease up these lines in here. So we're gonna grease this part right here where the pillow ball point is at. Grease it up nice and good. Also grease up this bearing right here, so we won't have any clunking. Make sure you don't have to put a lot, but just a bit. That way you won't have any noises and stuff. And then all you gotta do is just slap the coilover back together, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna adjust the height of it, and I'm just gonna see how my old coilover, how high it was or how low it was off the ground. So we're gonna go here. So we're about 2 feet. So we're gonna check this one right here, and we're about 3. So I'm gonna adjust this till I hit the 2 mark right here. Alright, so now that we got everything bolted up together, we can put the wheel back, everything back. So pretty much whatever I did on this process, we're gonna repeat on all 3 sides. So I took 2 hours to adjust everything. I wanted everything to be the same on each side. I took off actually lowered it 2 inches, and it's actually low, and I can actually lower the car even more. But it's around, I want to say 1 in the morning right now, so I'm not going to show you guys how the car sits, but I'm going to show you during the daytime, which is right now. So this is how the car sits. The car is really low. The rear is like super low. I'm actually scraping my exhaust, so I might raise it like maybe half an inch up. That way I won't be scraping my exhaust. The front's okay. I'm not hitting my fender when I'm steering. I can actually stick my fingers in there, but it's not disturbing my steering, which is good. But this is how the car sits right now. So right now I'm actually gonna get inside the car and give you guys my review on how it handles. So let's jump in the car. So I'm inside the 240, and we're actually gonna take a drive and see how these coilovers handle. Now I'm gonna give you guys my review on how these coils actually handle, and if they're worth buying or if they're not worth buying. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so let's summarize first. These coilovers were from Max Speeding Rods. They were $200, or actually $210 shipped to my house with free shipping. So the only bad thing about these coilovers is that the pillow balls are not greased up. They're actually dry, so if you guys want to adjust your camber, you have to grease up the pillow balls yourselves. That's the only downfall about these coilovers, because when I received them, the pillow balls weren't greased up, so I had to like open the coilover up and grease them up. So that's only the downfall about these coilovers, that you have to grease up the pillow balls when they get shipped to your house. As for handling, the coilovers actually handle well. They're a little bit stiff, but right now I actually set the preload a little bit stiff so I can break in the coilover. You can soften them, of course. You can adjust the collar and soften the springs. That way, your ride is not as stiff compared to like some race ends and stuff like that. Of course, these coilovers are not gonna be like some expensive coilovers. These are not gonna be like some tin coilover all-ins. JIC, BC coilovers. You know, I've actually had my old coilovers were JIC coilovers, and they handled well. It was stiff. The good thing about those coilovers is that it had the adjusting. You can adjust the dampening, so if you wanted to soften your ride, or if you want it a little bit stiff, you were able to. You had capable of doing that. With these coilovers, the only thing that you have is you can only adjust your camber, and that's it. So I'm driving right now in the freeway, and of course California roads aren't friendly to your car. These roads suck. There's always potholes, bumps, roads that are, you know, that the concrete's crack and you can feel the bumps and stuff. But with these coilovers, they actually handle pretty well with the bumps and the cracks. It's stiff, which is good. You're not bouncing around a lot when you're hitting bumps. Other than that, if you, like I mentioned before, if you want like a softer ride, you can adjust the preload and soften the spring. That way you won't be like super stiff, but you'll have a more comfortable ride. So are these coilovers worth taking to the track? Personally, I don't know yet. I haven't gone to the track, but it would be really interesting for me to take this to a drift event and see how they handle, which is the plan. The plan is that we're going to be taking this car to my actual first drift event, and we're going to put these coilovers to the test and see how well they handle. So right now there's traffic and there's a bunch of bumps. I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, I'm like a little bumpy, but as for this coilovers handling the bumps, they're pretty good. They're actually surprisingly good.
Like right now, I'm driving right now and there's like a bunch of bumps, but the coilovers are actually handling the bump, which is freaking sick. So let's recap everything. These coilovers are dirt cheap. Again, they were $210 shipped to your house and they had free shipping. The person that bought them from eBay actually messaged me and I asked him if I can do a review on them. He said yeah, so he gave them to me a little bit cheaper. So the rating for these coilovers, I would actually give these coilovers a 4 out of 5. I would give them a 5 out of 5, but these are a 4 out of 5 because 1, I've not tested these coilovers on the track. 2, the only bad thing about these coilovers is that you had to grease up the pillow ball. And 3, these are brand new coilovers, so these coilovers are not broken in. So that's one of the reasons why I did not give these coilovers a 5 out of 5. As for price wise, these coilovers are dirt cheap. I mean, if you guys want to get low, if you guys want to get, you know, if you guys want to slam your cars, these are the perfect coilovers to do that. Again, I have not tested these coilovers in the track, so I wouldn't say these coilovers are good for the track, you know, for doing time attack or drifting. But I'm actually going to do a test on them soon when I hit my first drift event. So once I actually get a feel of these coilovers of how they handle on the drift event, then I'll give you guys another update video of how these coilovers handle. But right now we're at a complete stop. But as for price wise, you guys can't beat these the price for these coilovers. They're really cheap and surprisingly they handle really well.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below. But hopefully you guys like the review and now you're aware if you actually want to purchase, you know, eBay coilovers compared to like top brand coilovers. But in my experience for now, I only drove the car around for a while and the coilovers are doing fine. But the real test is actually taking them to the track, and I'm going to be doing a video on that as well. But I gotta get out of here, and like always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, guys.
I done lived and did and done and seen it, you feel me? Go get it, keep your head up, and just stay focused.
Every time you see me, I am the freshest. Every time you see me, I come collect it. Cash out at the dealer, I swipe the debit. Cash out at the dealer, ain't need no credit.